On September 11, 2001, terrorists affiliated with Al-Qaeda hijacked 4 airliners, where 2 planes were flown into the World Trade Center, the 3rd into the Pentagon, and the 4th crashed in Pennsylvania. 45 days after this attack on 9/11, in an effort to fight against the war on terrorism, President George W. Bush passed the USA Patriot Act, which is an acronym for Uniting and Strengthening America by Providing Appropriate Tools Required to Intercept and Obstruct Terrorism Act of 2001. And under this act, the government and law enforcement has the power to surveillance and monitor our phone calls and have access to our phone records, our business records, our medical records, and our library records. And this act was to keep us safe and to prevent any future terrorist acts on the United States. And this is such a controversial issue because on one side we have Senator Rand Paul, who has made his voice extremely loud with his views on this issue, which that this violates our freedom and our liberties, and the 4th Amendment, which prohibits any unreasonable search without a warrant. And on the other side, we have Chris Christie and President Obama, who had extended this act, and they justified this act with that this keeps us safe and this protects us from any terrorist activities in the U.S. And this act did expire in May of 2015 and was renewed and made into a new act, which is now called the USA Freedom Act, which stands for Uniting and Strengthening America by Fulfilling Rights and Ending Eavesdropping, Dragnet Collecting, and Online Monitoring Act. And this act, under this act, it's just an extension of the Patriot Act, just with a few minor changes. And one of the biggest ones is that the phone records will be collected by our phone companies instead of the National Security Agency. And this act will go all the way through to 2019.